Hello and welcome to my exam project. Hope you enjoy it. I started out and I got around 200 responses from my survey and around 8 interviews for my research. Around 72% of my respondents were from the ages of 20 to 29. I was particularly interested in questions that revolved around the luxury and the idea of emotions surrounding tea, because tea is not really something that people complain about. So I wanted to know what exactly people liked about it and what emotions I could bring to a solution to make it more valuable for the user. So I found out that tea is becoming more modern and young people use it more than older people nowadays. From both my research and my survey and interviews, I could tell that more young people were interested in the idea of tea because of how quick and how much comfort you can get from a hot drink. So when creating my persona, I took into consideration that she was young, also that she cared about sustainability. I also took into consideration that she was a part-time worker, so she needed something quick. My idea was to create value by elevating Dahlia's tea experience, also by helping her escape her reality with these amazing flavors that the tea had. It was really challenging to really find something that I could put in pains or in frustrations because usually tea is so simple and everyone loves it. But some of the most important factors of my value proposition canvas were to remove too many choices from the user's perspective and also create more exciting flavors for them to elevate that tea experience that they love so much. My overall goal from all my research and my value proposition canvas was to elevate their experience in general. In their social media, in their personal life, in their alone time, was just to create a more exciting choice for them to make when it came to purchasing their regular tea. Then I started looking for some website inspiration to start my designs. The main idea for my mood board was Japanese traditional architecture and Danish minimalism. I chose colors that evoked calmness and also that drew inspiration from nature. I think my style tile benefits my user because it has really simple colors and nice textures that create depth, as well as bring you back to nature with the tones like green, like the tea leaves, and the browns, like the marble. It is very user friendly and classic, and the explore buttons and the call to action buttons are very clear for the user to find them easily. I'll just add some of my sketches from my solution. Here I can show you my low fidelity sketches from my Illustrator. They are pretty simple, but they gave me a really good guidance when it came to developing the wireframes and mockups. Of course, because of time reasons, I cannot show every single part of my wireframe, but this is how it overall looked. As you can see in my mockups, I have a different font, which was a challenge for me because I wanted to use this one but couldn't really download it into my website. Overall, I think I was successful in creating something really calming to the eye, but also creative and elegant for the user to really explore and enjoy when going to this website. After my mockups, I started coding, and of course, I ran into some issues as you do. I explained before that I couldn't really find my original font from my mockups to implement it in my solution, but I figured it out and used a similar font. But ran into other problems like my JavaScript not working, and then sometimes my images would not really organize themselves in the way I wanted them. But overall, I think I managed to make my website look as closely as my mockups as possible. In the Lighthouse checkup, I did well in the desktop, but in the mobile version, I didn't do so well because of image sizing. But because of time issues, I couldn't really change it in the end. Everything mentioned in my previous project, I applied to this one, so the mistakes I made, I corrected it this time. As I mentioned before, I wanted a scrolling website, but I wasn't able to successfully make it, so I did my best to create a scrolling type website with the tools I had from previous projects. I also checked everything on the checklist and made sure that I had everything, but of course, there's details that I'm not gonna be perfect in. Overall, I think I'm proud of the progress I've made because I built everything myself. Building something individually as to building something in a team is completely different. So in that sense, I'm really proud because I organized all my tasks and made sure that I had time to create everything with the details in mind. I had a lot of fun creating all my content. I made all my graphics myself, and I also used a lot of the information from the website, but wrote it in my own words in some cases. So most of this project was made with a lot of attention to detail and attention to research. I think my conclusion of this project is that individual work takes organization and it takes time, and it also takes reading things once, twice, and maybe three times to get it right. So that's what I try to do in this project. I hope I was able to convey everything I wanted in this short video, but of course, my written report has more in detail of everything else I explained. So thank you for your time and hope you can visit my website, and thank you so much.